Essential Oils 101. And Tina Jones, Jennifer Vincent, Kassy Clifford, and myself, Linda Brown, we decided to put a video together so that we could hand it out to all of you. And all we did is we have taken the oils from your kit, that's your starter kit. Really, it's the basic kit, right? Isn't that correct?
It's the premium starter kit where you get 11 oils, I think,
Okay.
and a diffuser, and it's half price basically than if you were to purchase all of those. So it's a great deal.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off, and each of us is going to talk about maybe kind of our favorite oil. And I'm going to start off talking about lemon. There are 11 oils that come in the basic kit. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yes. Okay, and they're amazing oils. And Tina's right. If you did purchase these oils individually, they would probably be double, possibly triple what the cost of the kit is. So it's better to get all of these oils in the kit. Okay, so I'm going to start off with lemon. All right, right here. Okay, so lemon, actually, a lot of these things are just what we have found. This is not Young Living making a statement that these oils do these particular things. This is some of the things that we have found that have happened within ourselves, okay? So lemon oil actually can help reduce anxiety. It can also help with depression because, not just because it's the color yellow like the sun, it can actually help just because of the smell itself, okay? It can really help your mood. It can ease morning sickness. We have found that with some of the clients that we've worked with. It can relieve pain, believe it or not. It can also improve cold symptoms, which makes sense. It can help you feel energized because it happens to be a citrus, okay? And it can also help to heal wounds. Why is that? Because of the frequency in the oil can actually help accelerate your own frequency, which can help your body heal things a little bit quicker, okay? So it does have a zesty aroma, that is the truth, but it's also antibacterial and antiviral. So I love that. You can put this in your water. I use lemon in my water every morning. I put 2 to 3 drops, and I drink it every morning in 10 ounces of water. It really helps me to get going. Okay, so that's lemon. And then the next one is Jennifer's going to talk about, it's peppermint.
All right, so hey there, everybody. Peppermint, definitely one of my favorite oils. Here, you can take that. I have all the oils right here from the kit with us. But I will say with this oil, there's so many uses with it. Just by inhaling it, if you are struggling with any sort of pressure up here, or you just need to feel like you need to release and open up your sinuses, just breathe better, you can just inhale the peppermint oil for that. You can, for me personally, when I have the hot flashes going, because who's in that party right now?
Yes.
So that's not a fun party, but hey, but look, we got something that helps with that. So literally I just take the peppermint and I will just rub it, because I'm having a hot flash right now. So I don't know if it's because we're just so close. But I put a little peppermint on the back of my neck, and instantly I can start to feel the cooling down happening. It's a great digestive oil, so if you've got some stuff happening with that too, hand it off. Or you got that? You're joining the party right now.
Join the party.
Okay. So yeah, and it's great if you can even put some. So if you're doing it for digestive stuff, you can put a drop, like in maybe some tea. You don't have to do very much, straight hot water, right? It's very, very strong, so you don't have to do a whole lot of it for that. And so, what else can I say about peppermint? There's so much. Okay, in fact, I just saw a post yesterday of a gal who's right now going through some treatment, and at the hospital she's at, they had given her a container. It had a cotton ball in there with the peppermint on there. And after she was done with her treatment, it was to take the lid off, and she was just to inhale the peppermint. That was to help with the for the nausea. So so that is a really good one. If you guys know people that are struggling with that, this is an amazing oil for that.
Mhm.
And so
motion sickness. too.
yes, motions. Oh, yes. And especially that for sure.
Mhm.
So, there's so many uses. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. So there you go.
With children on the bottoms of their feet, if they're having a dip in their wellness.
Yes.
For for it to
Oh, yeah.
help balance their temperature,
Yes.
right?
Right,
A dip in their
absolutely.
wellness,
Yeah.
like
That
that is.
actually did that with my granddaughter. When
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was having a dip in her wellness and she went to the hospital actually, and they had nothing for her. So I put peppermint on the bottom of her feet and within 20 minutes she felt better.
Yeah.
Her fever went down and that sort of thing. So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
It's amazing. So
Amazing.
It's also one of my favorites to put in the diffuser with a citrus like lemon too.
Yes.
It helps with focus. So for doing for kids having to do homework or you having to do work and concentrate at the computer or whatever, it really helps with focus. And it smells good.
it smells amazing.
So good.
Absolutely. Okay, and then we have Digest. We're gonna go to Tina for that.
Okay, hi guys. I just want to give you a couple of resources also for additional information because each one of these oils has 1,000 things it can
Yes.
support actually. And many of them double dip. Even lemon's good to help with the whole temperature thing. If you're working on a child under the age of 3, it's real gentle and it helps do that also. So there's just a lot of information. So my favorite guru right now is at 31oils.com, Jen O'Sullivan. And then she also has a vitalityedu.com. You may have heard about this from one of these ladies. I know that we've been talking about the 90-day wellness course, which will actually, it's a free e-course.
Yeah.
So it will really give you a lot more information and there's a lot of resources there. So, and she's got these great books too that are great. But so vitalityedu.com/wellness, and you can look for the 90-day wellness course and just DM us if you need any more information on that. Also, when you do purchase your kit for half the price of things, you also get a diffuser. Now, maybe not this one, but there's choices. You get a diffuser that comes with it. So you can be cold diffusing the oils, not adulterating the chemistry of them when you're using them. And so we, like when we use them with children that are studying or when we're studying or whatever, you know, you have that also to be using. Digest. So Digest is an interesting blend. So I think we've been covering single oils so far.
Yes.
So Digest has blended
Yeah.
oils in it, and it has basically all the heavy hitters for digestive support, where we talked about peppermint being digestive support, Digest. I've been hearing testimonials about Digest for all of time.
Yeah.
And I go to use Digest and it's really strong for me. So I love how we talk about, and I usually use peppermint. Peppermint usually takes care of me on that level. But I've had people
That is
tell me
true.
that they use Digest and it is the miracle of all time. So it is my backup plan when peppermint's not working for me. I'll take peppermint, a drop of peppermint with some coconut oil and rub it on my belly or on my children, dilute it on their belly, on the bottoms of their feet. And then when that's not happening, it's Digest.
Yes.
And I will tell you with babies, so my big Digest testimonial was, and by the way, it has fennel and anise and just like, I think tarragon. It has a lot of different oils that are specific for digestion.
Right.
What it did for my grandson, who was constipated, I'll just say maybe his diet had a little formula in it at the time. And, you know, that's a whole world. And so there's a massage you can do on their bellies like a clock. Like if you look at their belly button, in the middle of that clock, you can massage them with some carrier oil. And I used Digest, and what was amazing, now he did get upset. He'd been constipated for about 3 days and it was like, you know, but he had a bowel movement after that. And so within 30 minutes, if you rub that belly with Digest, you're going to see movement. So clockwise on the belly, if you're looking at the belly face on and the belly button's in the middle, clockwise massage with Digest. I've heard amazing testimonials about animals. So if you can private message us, we can give you more information about that. You know, different animals are different. And so how you would use it might be different, but on the bellies of a dog, on the bellies of horses, I've heard of like amazing testimonials when they're colicking and stuff. So I really love Digest for all of those things. And you were saying, I think this last week in our little group about just take it in a capsule if you don't like the flavor of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
We have these veggie caps and
Yeah.
you can put a little coconut oil and a couple drops, close it, drink it down with some food and you know, maybe not burping fennel or whatever.
You don't even need to use the coconut oil.
Yeah.
You can just put it
a couple
straight.
drops
Is that how you
right
use
in
it too?
Mhm.
And
Oh, I've
do
used
you
it
love
for
this?
years. I love it for any kind of nausea, any kind of indigestion, any kind of digestive issues.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty instant, especially if you ingest it.
And
Right.
it has
Pretty instantaneous.
lemongrass in it.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and it has patchouli.
Patchouli's in it. There's a
So,
lot of,
yeah.
there's like 11 different
Interesting.
single oils that are
Mhm.
blended
Right.
perfectly for
And
digest. So.
I'm really sensitive to tarragon, so I was actually kind of worried to use it, but it doesn't give me any problem at all. I don't burp it up. I don't, have any.
It's
effects like
interesting
that.
with essential oils. I'll say this, you just reminded me that a lot of people who are allergic to essential oils or think that they're allergic to that plant,
Right.
there's no proteins in these pure oils. And the proteins are what you can be allergic to. Now, that's not to say you couldn't actually have an allergy, but it's like 1 in 3,000 people that will have an allergy to a pure essential oil. Most of the time you're in a detox factor. So some information you may not know. And I'm only speaking about Young Living. You can't buy now brand essential oils and be speaking. It's a whole different language.
Right.
But with Young Living anyway. So, but always use a little bit. You can always try a little bit. You can always like do a little drop, do a little skin test for 30 minutes and see how you do. If you're concerned about that, if you're someone who is sensitive, you may have some digestive issues going on, and this may actually be a lot of help for you. So those are some ideas.
That's excellent. That is such good information, you
Yeah.
guys. Okay, Kassy is going to talk to us a little bit about Panaway.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
I just want to say I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
I know, this is like a party for us.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good to have help too, because I really talking to this screen has been a big problem for me. So,
All that
Okay.
homeschooling
I'm
she's
really
doing.
oh, by the way, this is not Gatorade, it's water. Just wanted to clarify. It's water with citrus fresh in it. That's
Woo-hoo!
one of my
Make sure
favorite
my
oils.
With the
Camera's still
stainless
going.
steel in
Yes,
container.
totally.
Okay.
That
Be
is
right
the way to
back.
go. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about Panaway. Panaway has always been one of my favorite oils for so many reasons. It is another combination, a blend of oils. It's got wintergreen and clove and helichrysum and peppermint in it. I think that's all it has in it. But anyway, this is an amazing
Did you say
combination.
wintergreen?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
wintergreen first.
Yeah.
So wintergreen is the first aspirin, right? Before pharmaceuticals took over, that's how they made aspirin. And so for fever reduction, for, I have to be careful what I say, for discomfort and
After working out.
when you have excessive heat,
Yeah.
any kind of pain, topical pain it's amazing for menstrual cramps. What else?
Low back.
Headaches,
Support.
low back.
Also anything nerve related, because helichrysum is specific to nerve regeneration. So it very
Right.
much helps anything with the nerve. So they'll even use helichrysum for like ear situations. So you can put it on a cotton ball and stick it in your ear, and it supports the nerves.
You never want to put oils inside your ears.
On a cotton ball and in
but
your ear.
On a cotton ball.
Yeah, it
it's
diffuses
really
in the
helpful.
eardrum.
And rubbing it around the ears is really helpful.
It's
for
specific
pain.
to bone discomfort. Do you know that? This particular blend.
Because
Bone
of the
discomfort.
helichrysum.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I would think that for tooth pain as well, because it's
Right.
got all the pain oils and especially the clove.
Yeah.
Really helps.
Absolutely.
For any kind of oral, gum pain or whatever.
Could you
I think
even
it would be
put
really
a couple
good.
drops in water and swish it around in your mouth and?
I would imagine you could.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be a great.
it does have
mouthpiece.
the safety cap on it because of the wintergreen.
Mhm.
So if you drink a gallon of it, it could be an issue.
Right.
Just don't drink a gallon.
But I would think that even if you did ingest a small amount, like you said, swish it around in your mouth, it would be very helpful.
I've
for
taken it
certain
internally. I
things.
can say that it's amazing internally for discomfort.
Oh, you have,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the pain cocktail. Anyway, well, helichrysum is, and I didn't have helichrysum, so I used Panaway.
Oh,
But I
right.
will also say, before I found out that progesterone was required for my hormone balancing for my migraine situation, which I worked with a doctor with, I would use this topically to get through those episodes everywhere I felt that coming on. And that was what I carried in my pocket with my Emitrex. You know, like I had Emitrex in one pocket, Panaway in the other, and I would use my Panaway immediately and get to a quiet place, and I could kind of take care of myself. And I was under the care of a physician that knew I was doing all those things. So, and then I eventually didn't have to carry Emitrex anymore.
It's also wonderful to diffuse. I know it's a little pricier, but if you just a little bit goes a long way. So I love this oil.
Yeah.
Great job.
Okay, and then Jennifer, can you talk to us about peace and calming?
Oh, yeah, yes, I will. Peace and calming is exactly what what the words are, peace and calming. It is so amazing. It is a blend of tangerine, orange, ylang-ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. It is amazing. I love the smell of Panaway. Let me just say, actually, I did this one to Kassy. I got them like, because it's like all of it is amazing. But I use this oil with my grandkids when I have them and it's nap time. I have used it where I'll just rub it like on their feet or down on the back of their neck, and I diffuse it. And it's interesting, and we can probably talk a little about this, that some of these oils though work good for one child and may not be for the other, and that's my case on my grandkids. I have one that Peace and Calming works really well with, and the other one not so well. So I'm saying that because I also want you to be aware to try these. Don't take our word for one thing over the other, because it may work differently for you. But what I can say is, for me, the experience I've had with this and using it for not just my grandkids, but even for me, when I have to go to a place that I have got to fully rest, relax my mind, get away from the cray-cray out there, that I can take this, put some, in the palm of my hands, rub it together, inhale it in, and just allow myself to just go to a place of relaxing. And so, you guys have anything you want to add to that?
I would say with peace and calming, it definitely does not make me peace and calm. So I don't know why, but it actually does the opposite for me. So when I put it on the bottoms of my feet when I went to bed one night, and I was like wide awake. And so what Jennifer just said about, test them out, and what Tina said about trying them out on you first before you take our word for these things. Okay.
I'll tell you what Gary Young had to say about peace and calming. So he created the blend. He founded Young Living, of course, and he was the pioneer of essential oils, really, after he learned under the father of distillation. It's a whole long story that I could talk all day about. But anyway, he says that his own second child, Joseph, was immune to peace and calming. So he said, when peace and calming doesn't work, try it. So with my son, it was Valor that worked. I know we're going to talk about that, but Valor was his calming. Lavender can be a calming. And, I know if you're working with special needs children, it's really good to have them not use those kind of calming oils when they're in a fit, that you wait till they're calm and you let them select which oil that they resonate with. And that helps you kind of get, like, say you go lavender, peace and calming, and Valor, like which one, or frankincense even, and then they have chosen that oil for that kind of thing. So that's another tip. My son, it was definitely Valor. And my dog, it's lavender. So
I think it's important to remember too that one person's medicine could be another person's poison. So and that can be for the most plant-based, pure products on the planet, like Young Living. And like you said, you can kind of let them go and do the same with yourself to see what you're attracted to. Because a lot of times it's like that magnetic, what's it called? A muscle testing. That can really, it can seem kind of woo-woo for some people, but there's a lot of truth to, what makes you strong and feel good is, so individual.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, the next oil, actually, it's funny that I'm going to be talking about this oil, Raven. I do love this oil. I'm just going to read a little bit about Raven. It has a minty, there you go. There it is. It has a minty smell to it as Tina's inhaling that. And it also is described as chili, okay? And it has sweet undertones. So Raven is an amazing oil. And sometimes people get RC mixed up with Raven, but they're not the same oil. And Raven creates a cooling sensation, and it provides a very comforting aroma when you apply maybe to the chest, which is what I use it for.
Yes.
When I go to bed at night, I play around. Like, I love the Thieves chest rub, by the way. That is one of my favorite rubs, or, you know, with the Thieves in it. But Raven is the same thing. I'll use Raven or the CBD, anything that kind of has that eucalyptus, minty, chili, sweet aftertone is awesome. Put it on my throat when I go to bed. It seems to really calm me down. And then it has, this is funny, this is its description, an effervescent breeze, okay? So, but it's almost like you're going through eucalyptus trees, you know, it's kind of that kind of a smell, yeah.
Sweet eucalyptus.
Yes, and so you can diffuse Raven, or you can put it, like I said, you can put it on your chest, on your throat, underneath your nose, definitely on your hands and inhaling that. I love it. It has, well, it looks like Raven is a blend of lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, eucalyptus radia, and the Raven Sarah. Yeah. So I love this oil. If you haven't, and this is in the kit, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so and the comparison with RC. RC is definitely for the respiratory system, but Raven kind of, when you use Raven, it definitely helps with that as well. And I think the RC has the added wintergreen.
It also has citronella in it, I think.
Oh, okay, so
Which one?
RC?
the
It's a
RC,
lot of different.
Yeah, RC
utilities,
has a
too.
lot of stuff. It has eucalyptus, myrtle,
Yeah.
marjoram, pine,
The
lavender,
pine,
cypress,
yeah,
northern
cypress, yeah.
Oh,
black
does it not
spruce,
have
peppermint.
citronella? I was thinking it did. Okay,
okay.
scratch that.
So try you guys are gonna love the Raven in the
Yeah,
kit. It's
it's good.
amazing. See, so you would,
And
You
right
would
now, it's pretty current, isn't it? To
Yes.
keep that healthy respiratory
keep the
going.
respiratory-
yeah, and your
Yeah.
lungs. But I think
Yes.
what's cool is we look at that oil and we go Raven. I don't even know what to do with
Right.
that. But so now you guys know what to do. So try them out. Try, like Kassy said, one oil or one pure product can be one person's medicine, but it can be a poison to someone else. So try each one of them out and see what you
Not
think.
really a poison, but maybe not the thing.
I didn't make that up. Somebody else's quote.
Not a poison.
Yeah, essential oils are not.
Yeah.
We
poison.
haven't-
It's like,
we haven't
give me some peace and calming.
Okay.
But may
and-
not be
yeah.
the right resonance for
Right.
you, resonant
Exactly.
body. And we're gonna be running some iTovi testing here with Linda pretty soon, where she can check your resonancy with different oils. So
Yeah.
check that out,
I'm
coming
super
up.
excited about that. Okay, so Tina, come in and tell us about Stress Away.
Okay, I actually keep Stress Away pinned, hooked to my bag that I carry around with me. And what's really nice, this is very user friendly. This is another way you could choose for that calming type
Yes,
situation that I
definitely,
forgot was in this kit.
Yep.
It has a lot of copaiba in it. And it has a citrus oil of lime. All the citrus oils are uplifting emotionally. So we talked about that with lemon already. So lime essential oil, copaiba, and vanilla,
Yes.
which vanilla has a whole thing that releases, you smell it and it releases like serotonin and dopamine and just calms you down. It's known to help with your cravings, specific. It has ocotea. Okay, so ocotea is like, I could go all day about ocotea. So you're like, ocotea, all right, I got it. But this is one of those oils that most people are like, I love that. I really love that. This is a very friendly oil. Yeah. I've only had one adverse reaction to this, and that was was it my son? Oh yeah, who had some kind of alcoholic beverage that kind of was like a pina colada, and it smelled like this. And I think he had a bad night, and then so now he has a memory recall for that really bad night. And I'm like, you need to use this to get through that. Anyway, but it actually smells amazing, and it's very gentle. It's not spicy. the oils that are spicy, we should mention peppermint spicy, might need a
Oregano.
carrier.
These.
The ones in this kit,
Yeah.
Panaway,
Mhm.
Thieves.
Yeah.
Those are the oils. So people are like, I'm
Peppermint.
afraid to
Oh, you
use
said peppermint.
them, just those are the ones you want to have carriers maybe around. I think the rest of them, I mean, you can always dilute by 50% and drop by drop. But this is one of those really friendly ones. And I will say, like, on babies, on animals, on yourself. But again, we're saying use these oils on yourself so you know what they do
Right.
before you use them on someone else, because you'll know, have a sense of it, and everyone's different, but for the most part, you'll have a sense of it. So.
Yes, not a poison, not a poison. you
That's
guys.
right.
Yeah,
Now, I
this is
will
not
say,
a poison.
The Stress Away is a great one, you guys, to put on a cotton ball in the vent of your car.
Oh,
No,
yes.
I know you can have a cute little diffuser and going. in
No,
your car.
I'm so all about stuff the cotton in the
Yeah,
vent when
stuff
you
the
need to.
cotton in the
Yeah.
Or
vent.
in a hotel room when you forgot your diffuser or something like
Yes,
that.
yes,
So
okay,
good.
that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Kassy with Valor.
Oh, another favorite oil of mine. So, I've done the, well, let me read what this says first. Its primary benefits are, the essential oil blend of Valor helps promote feelings of courage, confidence, and self-esteem. Valor has been found to help the body self-correct its balance and alignment. So if you drop it on the spine, and Tina, you have probably great stories about that.
Amazing.
It
It's
actually is
chiropractor in a bottle.
chiropractor in a bottle.
Yeah.
So it can aid in helping your body do what it needs to do to correct its spine. But it smells absolutely amazing. And I have always used it in my swim business for the little
Great.
ones. I keep it right by the pool. I have it in a spray bottle, but I also rub it on me, my face, my hat, my the top of my chest, because I teach tiny ones how to swim, and they're always very close to me. It's a one-on-one. So I believe that it's the reason, not the sole reason, but it really helps them have the courage to do what I'm asking them to do. It also really helps with sleep. I have proof of that with my own self and my kids, and snoring.
Yes.
They've said for a long time, if you drop it on your big toe, for some reason, I don't know what, I know that the pressure points and all that have to do with
The
it.
big
but
toe is your head.
It
And your brain
And your brain,
and
yeah.
your
sinuses
thyroid.
And your
or-
endocrine.
Yes,
So
yes.
it
It
really
worked
does
with
work.
my husband.
It
with
worked with
snoring.
my husband as well.
Yeah.
So it can help with all sorts of things.
That's
Your
actually
husband's
the
gonna be
oil
like,
that-
why are you putting that oil on my big toe?
Yeah, mine did. I woke up and was like, what the heck are you doing? But it worked.
This oil is actually the oil that started my husband believing in the essential oils.
Wow.
Because he did snore. It was horrible. And I would put, I
Don't
began
share
putting
this
it,
with the
I know,
husband.
don't talk about my husband, but then it went away, and which was amazing. He was amazed. He's like, wow, this is, and now he purchases his own 10 oils. He's got 10 oils he loves.
That's
so.
awesome.
I want to
Isn't
show
that
them something that I think is really cool about this oil. So this oil,
Yeah.
oh, well, it's used up. It has blue tansy in it. It has frankincense
Yeah, I
in
was
it.
just gonna read that.
And it also, I just want to say, like, for those children that have, or families like mine that have really special brains, and you know who I'm talking about, because if you have that, you know you have that. I have a lot of artists in my family. We have like all kinds of stuff, and we have autism. We have all kinds of stuff, dyslexia. And so what I found with this oil is, and there's been a lot of research around this, that it's a brain hemisphere balancer. So it helps them stay in the sequence that they should be in with how their brain functions, like just by smelling it. So I think that's really powerful. I think that's why it helped my son with his headaches, because his headaches were about being out of balance and not about some toxicity or whatever else. So
That's good.
And
That's
it's
awesome.
cool that you can actually just inhale these oils, and it does kind of kick your body into maybe producing a hormone that you are low in, or balancing
Right.
your hormones.
Yeah.
So just by breathing
Naturally,
them.
just
So
by breathing them.
it's pretty amazing. But I did want to tell you what's in this oil. You already mentioned some things.
Black spruce.
Black spruce, blue tansy, frankincense, geranium.
Oh, I forgot geranium was in there.
And what else? Is that it?
No, there's another one. It's a wood.
Sandalwood?
It's
No,
not
I
sandalwood.
don't
It's
it's
like
camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, geranium, northern lights. black
Northern
spruce.
Lights, black spruce,
Northern
right?
Lights.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was
Anyway,
black spruce.
it's a lovely blend.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Talk about
anyone
frequency.
smelling it and
Those
thinking it
plants
smells
grow on
bad.
our farm under Aurora borealis. So like Northern Lights, black spruce in anything is like.
And a
It's a
very
very
special
special
oil.
God's
Okay,
blessing those plants.
okay, actually, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna have Jennifer talk about thieves, which is one of my favorite oils, but I'm actually having her talk about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, yes, this is like everyone's favorite oil, because not only do we have thieves oil, but we have a whole line of thieves products
Yes.
with
Yes.
Young Living, because it's that good with everything. First of all, it's a blend. It has clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Powerful, powerful. This is one of those, you can use it for oral. I think you spoke about that the other way or
All the
something.
time.
It's got clove in there. It's got, so you can do it for, your oral stuff. You, my gosh, there's so many things. I don't even know where to start with
Did
this.
you talk about the white labels thing?
No, we have not talked about the white
Okay.
labels, and we will do that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna read what she has here. It includes the boosting the immune system, promotes respiratory health. Let's see, all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna go to that part there, but you can put this. Okay, this is a white label. Kassy just brought this up. We have in the package, and the reason I'm gonna share this is that, yeah, part of the kit you'll see there's oils that have a white label, and then there's the dark label. These are labeled this way because for ingesting oils, we, per the FDA, had to label our oils to differentiate them from the other oils. However, they're the same oil. And so when we talk about using these in a tea, or you're going to drink it or ingest it in any way, Vitality, you'll hear us say the Vitality Thieves.
Yeah.
But if you had a regular Thieves bottle it's this brown color like this, it's the same oil. So don't get freaked out when you see a recipe or you see a recommendation that, hey, use Thieves for this, and you're like, oh, I've got it's the Vitality. Use it. It's the same thing. But it is a hot oil. Somebody mentioned hot in that it's hot so that you put it on your tongue. Some of us can take it and we're good with that. If you start feeling like a little bit of soreness or something,
Dipness in your wellness.
Dipness in the wellness in this area. Just drop a few right on the tongue and let it coat your throat. You can mix it with some honey, some of the hot water, some of the lemon oil with the Thieves and honey.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing to diffuse. Yes, put in smoothies, warm. Oh, you got that amazing
warm
one.
smoothies.
Warm smoothies,
Love
yummy.
that. Yes.
Which is like Thieves with peppermint with that amazing chocolate kind of
Yum.
hot
Yum.
chocolate type thing
Yum.
with this. Okay, what else? I'm gonna let you guys jump in. What else? Because I know you guys all use
So
Thieves.
I use Thieves. I do put this in water and I do rinse my mouth out with it. Now, my dentist, I'm just gonna say, my dentist was like, wow, there was such a huge difference from when I had the cleaning without doing that, when I started rinsing with the pure essential oil. And I'll put it on my hands too, and I'll kind of rub it along my gums. Now,
Wow.
not everybody
Great.
can handle that.
Yes.
Because it is a very spicy
Yeah,
oil.
yeah,
But
it works.
hey, that
Yeah.
is one of my favorite things to
Yeah.
do. with
In
it.
fact, what I've done before is I've taken my dental floss.
Yes.
If I'm feeling like a little sore, and I will literally rub my dental floss through the oil, and I will just floss.
Mhm.
And I mean, the
Now,
relief.
Thieves makes a dental floss too.
Yeah, I was gonna
which
get
is
into
great.
that. Yeah. So we have the floss, but we also have, Thieves has a mouthwash.
Yes.
So when you
Yes.
talk about what Linda was saying, and you're like, well, I don't want to go through that hassle, then buy the mouthwash, which I have, which also is a great thing to do when you start to feel something coming on. And
Yes.
it's not just to, have that
Gargle.
gargle taste or whatever, but gargle it, let it sit there,
Yeah.
and let it sit there. And so funny, Jenna Sullivan said this. She goes, but don't let it go to waste. Spit it in your toilet. So
And
then
then clean your toilet
Oh,
after
clean
you.
your toilet. And I was like, I don't know if I
That
can
is
do that, but I
good.
did it the other day. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this right into my toilet. And so don't waste it. But we have a huge line of these products. We have the laundry detergent, we have the dish soap, we have the hand soap, we have the toothpaste, a few different toothpastes
Yeah.
to use. We've got the floss. We've
Vegetable
got
soap.
the vegetable soap, which is amazing.
The household
That's
cleaner
yes,
for
yes.
everything.
a household cleaner that you literally will last you forever, because all of the household cleaner, the laundry detergent, the dish soap, they're concentrated. So you actually can make different bottles, and we have a whole thing on that. So I will end it there because I can keep on going, you guys. Thieves is amazing.
It is amazing.
Just let me pipe in for 1
Okay.
second.
So
Everybody wants to
Okay,
talk about
this
things.
is the product, the oil that has made us the most famous.
Yeah.
People
Sure.
have never heard of Young Living Maybe, which is crazy because we've been around for 30 years and everybody's copied us, just saying. Anyway, but they've heard of thieves.
Yeah.
You know, and during the time of the Black Plague, the thieves who were stealing from the dead and dying in Europe were protected by these types of herbs, and that there's some recipes. And Gary Young was very fascinated in that, and he researched these recipes and the story of thieves because he knew there was something to it, because that ended the plague, you guys. So yeah, if you're using cleaner that has thieves in it, if you're using thieves oil, if you're all I had to hear was, I might not ever have a sore throat again if I had a bottle of thieves.
Yeah.
And that was all I had to hear. If you've ever had like a sore throat scenario, shenanigans
Yeah.
going on in your life, it's like a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I just was like, the minute I have a dip in my wellness, I drop a drop.
Yeah.
I taught my kids to do that. They forced their friends. It was
I
pretty
do
funny.
love it.
But it's hot for 60 seconds. But anyway, I just want to say that it literally is your immune system oil of all time. And my kids, when they were little, I would just rub it on their feet and they could taste it in their mouth. They were like, Mom, I can taste that. It literally had traveled through the cellular body from the small molecular size of the oils, and they were getting that balance, and they were requesting it when they didn't feel 100%.
Yeah.
And so I love that. I thought it was amazing. Anyway, I know,
Yes.
I don't know how we are on time, how much we got left.
we'll
Well,
Because
no, did
probably
you want to
not, so-
say anything else about thieves, or you?
I just,
Yeah.
I have a disabled adult child, and she's always had not the greatest dental hygiene. And
Yeah.
so when we started using thieves, I mean, we were having our teeth cleaned every 3 months, and we still do it more frequently than average. But anyway, the thieves toothpaste and the thieves, well, all the thieves products, but particularly the mouthwash.
Yeah.
It has made a huge difference in her hygiene. Even her dentist is amazed at the progress. And she stayed with me last night, and this is just another quick thief story. When you're, I hear her coughing in the middle of the night, and it's just because of everything that's in the air right now. But I just grabbed my thieves bottle and I said, here, just take a drop of that. And literally no more coughing. And it wasn't like, I didn't have a thieves cough drop, which is another great way to have stopped it. But when you're sleeping, you can't really suck on a cough drop. So it just was one quick drop and no more cough. So anyway, it's pretty amazing.
If you'd like a dental class, I have a dental background and I can go into spirochetes and all that kind of stuff. But I have so many testimonials. I have pharmacists that the only product they use from Young Living was our floss. And then I met their hygienist at my next class, and they're like, I have this client. I'm like, oh, is it the pharmacist over here that finally is using a Young Living product? Anyway, but it's amazing for your dental care. What's in your mouth gets in actually your vascular system.
Right.
So if you have
Absolutely.
problems in the dental, then you're going to have problems other places in your body.
Exactly.
And that's literally a whole class that I would love to share about.
That would be a great
Anyway,
class.
it's too much information today.
So I'm gonna end it with our kit on Citrus Fresh, and I hope we haven't left any.
We do have a big one that you left out.
Which
that
one?
Tina can share.
Frankincense.
Frankincense.
The holy anointing oil.
I had frankincense
My
on
voice
here, but it was
went.
hardly.
We got
tell.
left over, but
Yes, frankincense is
Okay.
awesome. Okay.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about Citrus Fresh. I talked about the lemon, which I absolutely love, but I love the tangerine, and one of my favorites is lime. I love all the citrus. It's so good. But this Citrus Fresh is a powerhouse with all the blends, okay? It can help support the immune system, just understand that. And I'm going to talk just a few seconds on that here in a second. It can enhance positive feelings once again, because it's citrus, right? And it can contribute to overall health. So you have a dip in your wellness. You can definitely try the citrus and diffuse it, keep
It's
it near
amazing
you.
in water.
It is amazing in water. It makes, this also helps with your skin. So you can actually put a few drops of this in your, maybe your night cream. Hopefully you're using Young Living night creams. But you can put a drop or two of this and it can actually help and feed your skin as well. But I want to talk about this really quick because whoever's going to talk about frankincense, Frankie, as Tina calls it, I'm going to say that all the oils, they increase and raise your frequency. So I test frequency with people every week. I'm constantly testing their frequency. And when they do have a dip in their wellness, this little device that I have will tell you where you have that dip. But the oils actually, because they carry a high frequency, when they come into our body, they do match our molecular structure there. They go right into on a cellular level. Listen, this is so silly, but the oils will actually forfeit their own little life. In a cell, you can have two little electrons and one of the electrons is not firing off properly. The oil will go in and fire off and help the other electron get back to a balance. And our cells rejuvenate every 4 hours or every day. We have billions, trillions of cells that are coming in. So we have to teach our cells how to be. If you're sick or you have a pattern of something, a sore throat or a runny nose or whatever it might be, your new cells are going to come in and they're going to follow the pattern that's already there. If you begin to shift the pattern, yes, you can exercise your cells, okay? You shift the pattern of your cells by using the essential oils. It actually can help your body day by day become healthier because you're elevating frequency and you're teaching your cells the way they should go in your original DNA. So I had to say that really quick. I hope that made sense. Okay.
Well, and I think we all probably know people who struggled with chronic illness.
Yes.
And started using oils, and then all of a sudden it's like gradually, oh, I'm off my meds and I'm, feeling amazing. And all I did differently was incorporate some of these oils.
Yeah, it's
in my life.
on a regular basis. Yes, absolutely. So you, Frankie?
So I think I'll let everybody say a little something about
Okay.
Frankie.
Everybody say one thing about Frankie.
Here you go. So
Oh my God.
We're not gonna get a chance.
I know.
Okay, inhale frankincense.
Yeah.
There's a testimonial I
We're getting
probably
a little
shouldn't
bit
share, but when you inhale frankincense, it works with the brain chemistry. And you can also use it on the back of the brain stem with a roller ball, which you can find out from us where to get. There's one that comes in the kit. So it's like, which oil do I put a roller ball on? This is not a bad choice. This frankincense is actually Boswellia carteri. There's Boswellia sacra or sacred frankincense. There's Boswellia feriana. Those are the main three. Most other companies only have access to like feriana or some other oils, but carteri and sacred are the time of Jesus frankincense. And what's interesting is the chemistry in those two varieties are like fraternal twins. They're very similar, but they are able to work with the DNA like Linda was talking about. And literally, I always say, put the face of God back in the cell as it was.
I love that.
Okay, that's how I say it. Like DNA, put the face of God back in your cellular tissue. So when we talk about citrus oils in your cream, like frankincense, DNA repair. So I love to inhale it because it actually modulates the glandular system of the brain, which houses so many choices and things that the body responds to, like dopamine and serotonin and all the calming things. And so this would end up in my husband's drawer for depression. Now, I'm not saying it treated his depression, but this is what he was always using, okay? And so when I work in my practice doing healing treatments, we love to teach those. By the way, if you're interested in learning how to work on a friend or a loved one, we love to teach that. I love this on the brainstem because it works the entire nervous system. So it actually is this and lavender, which we didn't talk about either.
Goodness.
Literally do everything. They do everything. All right, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to say much about this except that I positively love it. And this also you can use on your skin, on your face. It can help with discoloration on the face. Okay.
I agree. I use it on my skin morning and night. I inhale it. It is amazing. I actually learned from you a long time ago when I was doing Pilates and stuff with her that it also, when you have some kind of aches and pains, and if you put this right on there and rub it in, it's amazing. I will
Yeah.
tell you, reading here, the body function support, limbic, endocrine, respiratory, circulatory, tissue, blood, nervous system, emotions,
Wow.
all of it,
All of it.
right?
Yeah.
Bam.
Good enough for baby Jesus.
Drop the mic. Okay. So,
The face
right,
of
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Drop the
Probably
mic.
the first oil ever mentioned in the Bible,
Yes.
right? And like you said, if it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good. It's definitely gonna help us. So I like to put it under my tongue, 1 drop, and for all sorts of things, but just as a daily maintenance. I actually like the taste of it, and
too.
I think that it's just very uplifting. And like you said, when you're talking about depression or just low moods, I would say this is my go-to oil that I share with everybody. I think it's the most effective for that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
just the all-around healing oil.
Yes.
You can't.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong with this
if you
one.
have 1 oil in your little selection, yeah, you gotta.
But you should have 10.
But you
not
should
just one.
have.
You need
11.
No,
11 with the
it's
free
actually-
diffuser.
It's actually 12.
Oh, wait,
It's
12. Wait, I got
It's
that wrong.
12.
There's an extra one
Yeah.
they give you.
There's
Yes.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do want to talk about lavender. So I'm going to only say one thing about lavender. The lavender, my body hated. I didn't like the smell of it. I couldn't use it. Everybody's like, yeah, it's the main. Oh, it's so amazing. I'm like, ugh. So, but I kept using it because Tina said you need it. That's why it's not working.
Yeah.
That's why it stinks, and that's why. But so then I thought, okay, I'm going to keep using it. Now I cannot live without this oil.
Yeah.
I use this oil every night before I go to bed. I use it on my clients. So I'm just saying, if you have some sort of reaction to an oil, don't give up on the
Don't give
oil,
up.
okay, on what it does. But is there anything else about?
I love it on
lavender?
dryer balls too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love all of them on dryer.
It's
balls.
the most friendly oil that we have actually for most people. Now, this is the thing that happens with lavender. Since there's so much, literally 99.9% of people out there have only been exposed to, if they haven't found your living, they've only been exposed to lavandin or synthetic lavandin, which is in all the products. This is very different from that, but you may have a memory to your bad experience with that. So when I was in France, we have a farm in France. We have 2 farms in America that grow this very wild, beautiful Lavandula gustifolia. And when I was in France, we had a whole education on lavender. Long story short, what 90 something% of what's grown is actually lavandin when you look out in the fields of lavender in France, because that's what people want to purchase. It's a cloned plant that is all identical. It's good for insect repellent, and it's good for other healing things. And when it's a real plant, that's great. We have that too. It's in our purification. But this is a whole different story. So that has a lot of production. So you have like a big harvest and you have lots of volume from it, and it's a great price point, right? Well, even with the lavandin, which is beautiful, and what you see in the pictures everywhere, it's synthetically made cheaper. So mostly even here, the lavandin is synthetic, which that's a whole class that you can watch on the wellness program we mentioned earlier, the synthetics and how horrible that is for your body. But Lavandula gustifolia is very, very rare. So when other companies have shown you lavender, you have not tried this lavender. And I promise you, if you haven't tried Young Living, and it's very much more medicinal, like frankincense, in that it does everything for you. Literally, if you, like when I didn't have to eat for a sore throat, I'm like, oh, I got some lavender here. I took the lavender, and now I didn't drink it because I was like, but I rubbed it right over my throat. And I was like, oh my gosh, that totally worked. Like, what the heck? This works for everything. So frankincense and lavender work for everything. Lavender's a third of the price of frankincense. Frankincense grows in the Middle East. You have to cut the tree 3 times. It cries a sap, and the 3rd sap is the only sap you can use. You have to be an Omani friend of the Sultans to even have that, So lavender is like a good option for you and a good price point for you to get a lot of results and save your frankincense for those miracle moments. And that's how, unless you're like really spoiling yourself, which we'd love to do. So I hope that's helpful with lavender. It's I could do a whole class on lavender, as you can see.
It's great in a sinus flush. too.
It's great in a sinus flush, and that's been the
Especially
biggest.
this time of year when everything's blooming. It's really
We should do
helpful.
another class for you guys, because Kassy's sinus flush has been the most protective thing during this last year for me. Let's say
Me
it
too.
that way.
Me too.
The minute my sinuses, I'm just like, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I irrigate immediately.
Uh-huh.
And I've had several tests and I've been passing all of them. And I just know it's really helped me, protecting me. And for this season coming up, which is spring, right? Lavender being in that sinus rinse is really going to support you with all that
Yeah.
seasonal activity that goes
Yeah.
on. So.
Yes.
And it's very soothing too. It's not like this, everybody thinks
So
it's painful, but it's really
soothing.
not.
It's
So
not, not
soothing.
painful. But I will say this, those are all the oils in the kit that you would get with your diffuser. So it's really 12 oils. I thought it was 11. But I want to
oils.
say this really quick. Kassy is here with us. She's moved and we're so excited she's here. But I want her to say her website really quick because the first time I actually drank lavender was in a recipe on her website. So go ahead and share your website
Thank
really
you.
quick.
Complete Health with Kassy, KASSY.com.
Okay. And then if you, of course, want to come in and have your frequency tested, you can come and see Tina or myself. My website is Completely Fit for Life, and that's the number 4life.com. And Tina,
Reach me on my cell phone. You can text me 916-500-2477, or you can find me at Tina Jones, Facebook, YL Simplified, my business page, whatever. But I really love teaching. It's my type to do that. So if there's anything, like, I will get you with your child and let's show you how to work on them, that kind of thing. So you're welcome to come into my office. We do treatments here part-time, 3 days a week usually. You never know what's going to come through for you. So it's pretty exciting.
very exciting. Yes.
No, I didn't. And actually, I don't even, I do have one, but I just totally forgot. Totally
It's
in a brain
great.
fart what it's called.
I
You
was
sniffing too much frankincense around
them
here.
and they know how to get a hold of me. So let's just say that.
And I was going to say with Jennifer, Vincent, if you are already working in Young Living and you're a distributor and you want to know more, I mean, she is a plethora of information. And so you don't want to contact one of us.
Yes,
you want to
She's the
contact
one.
and also the General Sullivan stuff, the vitalityedu.com, and do that wellness course, that 90 days.
Yeah.
There's no charge. If you don't have a kit, sign up with whoever invited you. Please do that because that helps everyone. But the course is actually no charge. It's a complimentary course, and it really teaches you how to layer oils. It gives you recipes. These 3 books are amazing that you can get that are inexpensive, and it's just like a whole lifestyle option.
Yes.
I would recommend to, you guys probably see me here on my phone. I actually have, it's called the EO Bar app, which is again, General Sullivan's app. And so what this app does is you just click on essential oils and it brings up all the oils. And so as they were talking, and I can just look up what aroma is, and I can go to the and say, oh,
Which
it's
is
got
great.
peppermint,
Love
spearmint,
that.
ginger, cardamom. I can go to that and I can actually view peppermint and it's going to give me all the stuff on it. So this is an amazing app, the EO Bar. Search that, grab that app. It is amazing. And so that's what I was looking at as they were talking, and I pull up, and it's that simple. She's got recipes, she's got kits, she's got
You can
supplements.
also send those little informationals out to people, which is nice too, because you're like, you can't always remember. Like, I remember a lot, but you don't have to remember all that stuff. And honestly, when you get this kit and you use those oils, you are going to remember everything about that oil when you use it. You're going to be surprised, but you don't have to know because we have other options.
So hopefully we have provided you some great resources, this great app that Jennifer was just talking about. Go to Kassy's website if you want some incredible recipes and much more. Come see Tina or I here in Auburn, but of course we meet with people online as well. We just want you to be blessed, and we hope that this has been amazing for you. Please contact us. We love to talk about the oils. And really, we really do pray that you are blessed by the oils as much as we have been. So thank you.
Thanks for joining
Bye.
us. Let us know what you guys want to know about and we'll put it together.
Yes,
right.
thank
Yeah.
you.
All right,
Okay.
bye.